Greetings, Zen Yetians. I want you to consider something. Take a look at this behavior. Note how my head remains relatively stable to what my feet's doing. Now keep that in mind while watching this stabilized clip.
Oh, look! Wait, stay! Wait, stay back! Okay, this is where we were when we just saw 15 minutes ago a live, I don't know, some sort of humanoid thing, I don't know. We're in the enchanted forest at Tofino.
Alright, so now I've enlarged it. Now, yeah, I might have a bit of pareidolia, pattern recognition going on here. But why is it that the dark mass seems to remain stationary? You know, this should be a bear. I mean, they're in an area. Yeah, check it out. Now, are those back shadows? They appear to be further away to me and behind the brush. Now, mind you, the terrain here undulates and it drops off like 3 or 4 feet. All right, so here's a reenactment. I'm trying to...
He ran backwards, right?
Yeah, and the kid says he ran backwards. And I think in their description they said it was looking at them. Now, crawling behavior has been reported. Bart Catino related to me where he observed one through a thermal imaging camera being prone to the ground. But it's not often discussed. And if these huge critters were, you know, laid prone, I mean, think about it, it's a whole different ballgame. Yeah, now here's the footage again. I mean, it could be a couple of bears. Usually when you see a bear in the forest, it lights out of Dodge at about 45 miles an hour. You know, sometimes they'll pop up and take a peek at you, but... Alright, here's Mark trying to do the same thing. See, check out his head, and see all that movement in the back? Now, is this a face? You know, I don't know. I've applied some filters to this. I took these...
He ran backwards, right?
frames and I hand stabilized them. I'm going to provide the link here to a prior video I did based just on this sequence here. This is cycled. Now, this could just be leaves and debris, you know, looking like a face.
He ran backwards, right?
But the movement in the background, to me anyways, kind of seems similar to like something maybe crawling. Now, there's more to this video. After the kids shot this video, like if you listen to them, one of them wants to run over, the other kid's like, no! So if they're actors, they nailed it. You know, I think they filmed a real critter. The question is, what were they filming? And as I said before, where are the bits and pieces? What parts are what? So they left and then they came back like 15 minutes later. And yeah, see, there's what looks to me like a face. You know, I photoshopped, drew a line around it, drew a little line where I think the nose might be. There's the unaltered image right there, pulled directly off the video. It kind of looks a little bit like a gorilla. Now, it probably is pattern recognition, but it's there for several frames. Okay, now right here I reversed the coloration, so the white mass now is the critter, the animal, the creature. I mean, does that center mass look like it stays still for an extended period of time for you? Yeah, when the kids get back over to the ground here, there seems to be evidence that this, whatever this was, bear, whatever, it was foraging, you know. And there is some evidence to substantiate that this might be in a prone position because the vegetation is squashed and matted down. Unless the kids did it. They sure to hell, this isn't the kids. Yeah, this could be a turkey and it could be a bear. Or it could be a ginormous, unclassified hominid laying prone, facing the observers. Almost like a commando, almost like something, you know, a military maneuver. But I've probably been looking at these videos way too long.
Look! Hey, stay! Stay back!
Now, note to the right of the tree, you'll see oscillating wildly are some, not cattails, but some kind of a plant with a white top to it. So that's where the creature went. You know, still staying low to the ground, apparently, and getting out of there real quick like. It's remarkable.
He ran backwards, right?
The fact that the kid says he ran backwards indicates to me that he thinks there was a face looking at him, which is another thing that's real smart. You know, if you have a threat, I mean, this is what we tell people to do. If you have a mountain lion looking at you, you face the mountain lion, back away slowly. Yeah, now look at the drop-off here. This is like a nurse log. They're in an old-growth forest, and there's a lot of these 2 to 3 foot high hummocks caused by old trees falling down. Yeah, so I've stabilized this. The kid was shaking like he had a neurological disease, but now watch when we get right behind the tree. See how the vegetation, look at that. It looks to me like there might have been a tuber pulled from the ground right there. And plant stems laid parallel.
Look at that. This is, he ran backwards, right? Over there somewhere. See, that could be a possible footprint. I don't know. Could be. Like, look.
And I don't know if these are mushrooms, funguses, or rocks to the right. You know, see, harvest. Is that a digging stick? You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm grasping at straws here. It looks like something. I mean, right there, the Cambrian layer, the inner layer is exposed, which we know, you know, beavers, there's nutrients there. These fir boughs have been broken or smashed down, and, you know, it's something, is that just a coincidence that they're parallel? Is that just a random broken stick there, or is that a digging stick? Was this critter digging right there for tubers? And if those are rocks, you know, in an old-growth forest, the rocks
he ran backwards, right?
Are in the moss and the humus. You're not going to find rocks laying around in this type of an environment in a rainforest. I find this to be a very intriguing piece of footage if this thing was prone. So what do you guys think? What do you think of this footage? All right, thanks a lot for watching.